There's a scene in the Truman Show that have always stayed with me.
Oh, yeah. I have an appointment at Gable Enterprise. They went fast. Oh, what's happening? Nothing. Just tell me what's happening. We're at the closer. We're remodeling. No, you're not. What are those people doing?
Truman slowly begins to realize that his entire life has been a performance. Every conversation, every decision, every ordinary moment has been watched by millions of people. And the question the movie quietly asks isn't about Truman, it's about us. Because even if the cameras aren't following us, how much of our life are we living for an audience? Imagine every role you ever played suddenly disappears. No job title, no relationship status, no followers, no achievements, no one calling your name. What's left? Most of us spend our entire lives building an identity around what other people can see. But who are you when nobody is looking? Because the person you become in private is often the person you truly are. There's a famous quote from psychologist Carl Jung: until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and we'll call it a faith. And yes, I would not stop quoting this quote because I like it. Anyways, what Jung meant is most of us believe we are consciously choosing our life. But often we are driven by hidden desires: the desire to be admired, desire to belong, desire to feel important. And there is nothing wrong with these desires, they are human. But sometimes they become so loud that we lose contact with our genuine selves. We start living for the audience even when the audience isn't there. Think about this. Imagine that you wake up tomorrow in a world where nobody can see anything you do. No social media, no praise, no criticism, no comparisons. Would you still work out? Would you still study? Would you still create? Would you still be kind? Your answer reveals something important, because psychology suggests that there are two kinds of motivation: eccentric motivation and intrinsic motivation. Eccentric motivation is when you do something for reward, recognition, money, status, approval. Intrinsic is when you do something because the activity itself feels meaningful. There is a theory called the self determination theory. It founds that people experience deeper fulfillment when they act from intrinsic motivation. In simple terms, the happiest people aren't necessarily doing what gets the most applause, they are doing what feels aligned with who they are. And yet, most of us chase years for other people's applause or validation. I know I would sometimes imagine people's reaction even before I have done the thing. I think, what will people think? Will this impress them? Will this make me look successful? And that's when I realized the audience has entered my head, even when nobody is physically watching. There's actually a fascinating psychological concept called the looking glass self, proposed by sociologist Charles Halton Cooley. The idea is simple. We develop our identity based on how we think other people see us, not necessarily how they actually see us, how we imagine they see us. So we become reflections of reflection, a mirror inside a mirror, and eventually we forget where the real person is. Another psychologist, Eric Erikson, believed that one of life's major challenges is developing a stable identity, a sense of self that remains constant across situations, not identical, not grounded. Because if your identity depends entirely on external approval, then every criticism becomes a threat. Every rejection feels like an identity crisis, and every failure feels personal. Speaking of failures, like I've talked about it in my previous video as well, I believe that, failure reveals a lot about you when nobody is watching. Success attracts audience, failure creates solitude. When things are going well, everyone is around. People cheers, people support, people notice. But when things fall apart, when the exam doesn't go well, when the project fails, when nobody likes what you created, that's when you meet yourself. That's when you discover whether your worth depends on applause or something deeper. Not saying you just go ahead and do whatever you want to do and expect people to just like you. Not like that. There is a scene in Rocky Balboa where Rocky says,
Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke and that I'm gonna be included in that?
people think that's a quote about resilience. I think it's also a quote about identity. Now, here's something interesting. Research on the spotlight effect found that people dramatically overestimate how much other notices them. In other words, people are thinking about you far less than you think, which sound depressing at first, but it's actually liberating. Because if people aren't paying nearly as much as attention we imagine, then why are we living our lives as if they are constantly watching? I think one of the most important things to notice is that one of the many reasons why we sometimes feel so exhausted mentally is because we are in a mode of constant performance. We are constantly in a performative mode, performing confidence, performing productivity, performing happiness, even performing authenticity. And the performance never ends until we are alone, and then silence arrives. And suddenly, we have to meet ourselves. The philosopher Kierkegaard wrote that the most common form of despair is not being who you are. Think about that. Not failure, not rejection, not embarrassment. The deepest desire is becoming a stranger to yourself, living according to the expectations that were never truly yours. So, how do you figure out who you are when nobody's looking? I don't think it's through some dramatic self discovery. I think it starts with a very simple question: what do I enjoy when nobody will know about it? What values do I keep even when there is no reward? What kind of person do I want to be in private? Because character is what remains when performance disappears. I think about it more often when I'm studying or creating something or just trying to improve myself. I just simply ask myself this question: if nobody saw this, will it still matter to me? Honestly, the answer is not always yes, but when it is, I pay attention to it because I believe that that's where something genuine lives. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe who you are when nobody is watching isn't about hiding identity. Maybe it's simply the collection of choices you make when the approval is removed from the equation. The book you read, the promise you keep, the discipline you maintain, the kindness you show, the thoughts you entertain, the person you become in solitude. So tonight, I want to leave you with a question. When the screens turn off, when the notification stops, when the audience disappear, when you're sitting alone with yourself, who are you? And perhaps even more importantly, are you becoming someone you genuinely like? Not someone who impress people, not someone who wins approval, but someone you respect even when nobody is watching. Because at the end of the day, the longest relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. Maybe that's the audience that matters the most.